What's up, dudes? It's Molly. I just woke up. It's like 7 something in the morning. I got the big giant Ace of Cups. Tennessee might mean something. I just heard Tennessee. I have the big giant Ace of Cups. I'm going to call names out of the big giant Ace of Cups. I got a tarot deck and a Star MS deck, and we're going to get some quick messages. Let's see. Who is Spirit working with today? Any names that you see that you may resonate with? Spirit is working with these people. I'm going to pick a name and type it into a search of past readings once my computer comes up. And then I'll read you up to the top 5 most current readings with that name in the title will pop up. I'll read you the titles, and that'll create a storyline. And that's your Starseed transmission. I'm going to activate it Starseed. But right now, my computer is still taking some time to get up. So we're just going to get messages from the cards. I am channeling anything I say as part of your message. Christine, this message is for you. Number 21. Christine, how's the day going to start if you resonate with the name Christine? Okay. 701. Somebody says, this is mine. This is mine. Get back. This is mine. Okay. How's the day going to end? Nine of Swords with the 5 of Swords. Ooh. Somebody's going to find out somebody got lied about, smeared, backstabbed, something like that. A truth is going to come out. Somebody may have blocked somebody's opportunities. Somebody may have stole somebody's blessings. The truth came out. All right, what's the message from Star MS? Message for Christine, if you resonate with the name Christine. What's the message? I instantly manifest my desires. So sometimes this is straight up cock blocking, jealous bitchery. Cock blocking, jealous bitchery. Sometimes it may seem like nobody's helping. Like, why is Spirit allowing this to happen? I keep getting betrayed. So, if that resonates, just tell yourself this. You are a galactic agent. Or whoever this is a galactic agent. And Spirit had to see how far these motherfuckers would take it. So Spirit could identify the demon that's rolling around in them and send it back to the darkest corner of hell where it belongs. And these bitches took it really fucking far. Really fucking far. And Spirit has identified the demon. All right, there's the message. I instantly manifest my desires. Now the tides have turned. I hear that. All right, next. Corey. If you resonate with the name Corey, here's your message. How's the day going to start for Corey? 2 of Swords. For me, the 2 of Swords is my boyfriend's back and you're going to be in trouble. Somebody might have just been stuck not knowing what to do. All right, how's the day going to end? You have 3 distinct messages. Okay, we have the High Priest here, the Hierophant. Spirit is taking over. Spirit says, here is your sign. Surrender. This is a good thing. All right. Somebody may, I just hear surrender. This is a good thing. Okay. And the message from Star MS, if you resonate with Corey. I always try to see the good in people, even when it gets tough. All right, there's your message. Next. Jeff. If you resonate with the name Jeff, here's your message. What's the message for Jeff? Jeff. Ace of Cups. Self-love, true love, new love. Somebody might have healed from some narcissist abuse. Somebody might have absolutely surrendered. So surrender, when we talk about the surrender, the Ten of Wands, this is my card for Spirit saying straight up surrender. So what does surrender mean? Surrender means, from my work, when you say to yourself, I allow this to be happening. I'm going to get out of my own way. This is happening. No more cognitive dissonance. I understand I need to surrender. I am loving and lovable. All right? So that has happened for Jeff. So when we look at this Ace of Cups, this is a beautiful Ace of Cups in this deck. Water is emotions. So feelings, emotions is represented with water. And then we think about that phrase, my cup runneth over. So once you have your Ace of Cups and you have surrendered, Spirit will bring in new love, but not until you have self-love. If you can't love yourself, you can't love somebody else the proper way. So once you start loving yourself, your cup starts overflowing. And that's when Spirit says, okay, there's enough love here. Let's bring in another cup, the Two of Cups, your soulmate. And Spirit is showing your cup is overflowing, and Spirit's bringing in a soulmate for you. All right? How's the day going to end? How's the day going to end for Jeff? All right? Capricorn energy with the Devil and the King of Cups. Somebody is super smitten kitten. Super duper smitten kitten. A very toxic soul tie might have been cut by this new person. And this masculine's heart chakra is open. All right? A Capricorn might mean something. I see this as somebody is obsessed, but not in a scary way. They're super smitten kitten. All right. And message for Jeff. What's the final message for Jeff? I am loving and lovable. Way to go. You got your Ace of Cups. Just what I said. All right. Next. Ooh, two came out. We have Nikki and Danielle. All right, let's start with Nikki. If you resonate with the name Nikki, how's the day going to start? We have the moon here, all right? The moon may have changed everything. The latest moon cycle may have changed everything, okay? I hear this song, Vivi Brown, I'm Crying Blood. Somebody may have realized, so if you listen to that song, I'll make sure that's the first song on today's playlist, the Tarot DJ playlist. Vivi Brown, Crying Blood. And when she's singing in the song, it sounds like an upbeat pop song. But if you listen to what she's saying, clearly she's crying blood. Somebody may finally be paying attention. All right? How's the day going to end for Nikki? Justice comes in. Once somebody finally pays attention, somebody may finally follow directions. So if you're new to my channel, just know all of my readings are interactive. So if you're only watching what I'm doing, you're only getting half the message. Now, I've said this 1,000 times, and it just kind of goes over people's heads. So I'm going to say it again. Pay attention. All of my readings are interactive. All of my videos originated on YouTube. So if you're watching them from Facebook or X or Instagram, just know you should be coming back to YouTube to check out the comment section. If you haven't checked out the I hear the radio station. A radio station might mean something. If you haven't checked out the comment section, do it. Everything's about to change. All right, justice is here. Libra energy. All right, what's the message from Star MS? For Nikki? Message for Nikki. My happiness will rub off on others and inspire them to feel happy as well. All right, there's your message, Nikki. Danielle, if you resonate with the name Danielle, here's your message. How's the day going to start for Danielle? We have the Page of Swords here. All right. And the Ten of Swords in reverse. All right. The Page of Swords for me, in the Page of Swords, a lower vibrational Page of Swords is a middle school mean girl energy. And what Spirit is showing me is a middle school mean girl who can't stop stabbing someone in the back. They say, oh no, I got another sword right to put in that bag. I'm not going to stop doing it. So the middle school mean girl doesn't necessarily mean a female. That's the vibration. All right. Spirit may want to also have us all learn about, there's a wonderful video from a galactic professor, and the video is called Narcs of a Feather Flock Together. And it talks about narcissists and their flying monkey friends. And he explains that whole dynamic. And if you are my age, I'm 50, there's a good chance you saw the movie Heathers. So that's what we're talking about. Those Heathers mean girls and their broski friends. Narcs of a feather flock together. Who get off on being the mean girls. That's what Spirit's showing. All right, how's the day going to end? So I'll put that video for anyone that resonates in the comment section as well of this video. Remember, knowledge is the key to freedom. And Spirit is showing us links to different, so Spirit has pointed out different videos to me that I've been drawn to. And knowledge is the key to freedom. There's some really good information in there. And Spirit wants us all to watch that. Narcs of a feather flock together. All right. Temperance, Sagittarian energy. So Spirit is fixing this dynamic. All right. A milk jug might mean something, or like a crock, like a sauerkraut crock. I see. So Spirit is sending in guidance and help. Here is your sign. Divine timing comes into play here. So the lesson of temperance is, an earth angel might come in. An earth angel is another word for a psychic. So what temperance does is, temperance is usually shown with 2 cups, and this is Sagittarius energy. 2 cups. One is filled with hot, fiery energy, and one is filled with cool, calm energy. And Temperance swirls the 2 energies back and forth between the cups. She's tempering the energy. And that also is a sign for divine timing is at play. Spirit's working on making all of this right. And so Spirit says, no more of these mean girls. All right, there's the message. And final message for Danielle or broskies. I hear that. And right when that popped, that happened. Nothing is impossible. Tulips might mean something. There's your message, Danielle. All right. My computer keeps turning off and turning on. So if I do call your name and my computer doesn't get started up, I will do Starseed transmissions with your name. And you will find your name, if you resonate with any of these names, in the comment section of this reading once my computer gets going. All right, who's next? You're next, dear. Marie. If you resonate with the name Marie, how's the day gonna start? Okay, this just kind of landed and hovered right here. So this might mean something. We have the Emperor coming in. All right. So, the Emperor. Aries energy might mean something. This is my card for the Emperor who has removed his brain from the whole thing and he's going to go with his heart. Sometimes the Emperor always does what he feels is right and he loses out. The Emperor needs love too. So this time, this Emperor, and not that love isn't right. This Emperor might realize he needs love. This Emperor might have surrendered. All right. How's the day going to end for Marie? Message for Marie. An Emperor might break up with someone and decide to go towards what they truly love, towards their heart's desire. So the best way to explain the Eight of Cups is the Seven of Cups is having all these options. Or an Emperor might say, I don't want to be single anymore. I've decided who I want to be with. So the Seven of Cups is having all these options or obligations. The Eight of Cups is saying, I want to go to my Nine of Cups. And Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment, your dream person. So Seven of Cups is saying, yeah, I decided I'm going to throw away my little black book, or I don't want this anymore. I've made my decision up. I have all these choices. The Eight of Cups is saying, yeah, no, I've officially made my choice, and my Nine of Cups is over here. Yeah, I'm walking down this road to my Nine of Cups. So an Emperor has made up their mind. And Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. A dream person who you really want to be with. Okay, right when my life is full of magic and serendipity. A wild rose might mean something. Now, I totally hear Nick Cave. They call me the wild rose, but my name was Eliza Day. All right. Kylie Minogue. Nick Cave might mean something. Why they call me that I do not know, for my name was Eliza Day. The name Eliza or Day might mean something. I'll make sure that's the second song on the playlist today. All right, there's your message. And final name for today, Melissa. If you resonate with the name Melissa, here's your message. How's the day going to start? If you resonate with Melissa, pop on your own. How's the day going to start if you resonate with Melissa? All right, we have the Hermit showing up, but it was in reverse. And the High Priestess. Virgo energy here. I just heard vacation plans. I heard Vernetta. Vernetta was my old babysitter when I was a little girl. I hear Vila or Velveeta, something like that. All right, so somebody is finally coming out of the cave. The Hermit has finally come out of the cave. Okay? Now I'm looking at that star in the lantern. I'm thinking about RFK Jr. saying it's time to get an autism registry. Like to round up all the autistic people and put them all together on a list. Yeah, what's the purpose of that? What is the purpose of that? We have to be very careful when people from the government say people need to be on a list. Because what comes next? Do we all get a patch to wear on our fucking jackets? There is no purpose to have that kind of a list. Okay. We have the high priestess here. Somebody may work with a psychic. Somebody may be highly sensitive. Somebody may finally come out and say, I'm psychic. Somebody may finally have a chance to work with a psychic person. Spirit's saying follow your intuition and your gut. Okay? The hermit showed some kind of bullshit. Absolute bullshit. So the hermit stays in the cave to do spiritual healing and enlightenment. And when they're ready, they come out of the cave and their lantern shows what the issue is. All right? All of this is divinely guided. How's the day going to end for Melissa? How's the day going to end for Melissa? How's the day going to end for Melissa? So, I talk about high-functioning autism on my channel. I want to switch up the stereotype and stigma about autism. A lot of people don't know what they're talking about when they're talking about autism. And we have to be very careful when we decide to listen to people explaining to us what autism is when they're not autistic. That is like somebody saying, I'm going to tell you exactly what a donut tastes like. I've never ate a donut. So, autistic people, high-functioning autistic people, there are adults that can explain what this experience is. And we should start listening to high-functioning autistic people. So, Melissa, you might know a woman, or you yourself may be spectrum-y. And I like to use the word spectrum-y because high-functioning autistic women tend to slip through the cracks. And especially if you're a black woman in the United States of America, you're like the last woman that gets help. Unfortunately, the way it is. So there's a lovely video of these delightful, high-functioning autistic women, and they explain what women with autism want you to know. And then there's another video by a man named Paul, and his mission is also to explain high-functioning autism to people. And he has a wonderful video where he talks about sort of what happened, like, I think it's called, can you get more autistic? Can you regress as you get older? And what happens when you tell people, when you finally tell someone, I'm autistic? And so the quick answer to that, and I'll link that there. Now remember, every links that I put, when we watch this information, make sure to give that content creator a thumbs up. Spirit is healing all of us free of charge and at our leisure. Knowledge is the key to freedom. But there's a lot of people who have no idea what they're talking about, and they may even say back to you, no, you're not. If you say, I'm autistic, they may say back to you, no, you're not. Like, what do you do with that? And so that, unfortunately, that's very common. And then people may say, well, you're acting more autistic now. No, what happened was the mask that you wore, and a mask is kind of like another word for like acting, observing everyone around you and mimicking and copying. The mask that you wore this whole time, once you got the information and you said, I see, it crumbles. And then you stand in your authentic self and you say, no, I'm sick of juggling all the balls. I just put the balls down. This is truly who I am. I'm not more autistic. I just took my mask off. And now I have less panic attacks, less anxiety. I'm standing in my authentic self. And my authentic self is really cool, magical, kind, loving, have access to more senses than other people who are not spectrum-y. So that's my goal, is to make people understand autism, high-functioning autism, is sexy and cool. But we got Neanderthals who don't understand what they're talking about, who are taking a shit on all the autistic people's shine. So, in other words, if you are high-functioning autistic, yeah, welcome to the club. Yeah, the sexy, cool motherfuckers. Yes, 10 of Pentacles right here. Jackpot. All right, there's your message, guys. Oh, well, we get a final message for Melissa. What's the final message for Melissa? I am attractive. So a lot of times, famous people who have that it factor, they'll say, no, they're just like triple threat. They're just an it factor. There's something about them. They can do everything. Yeah, it's usually high-functioning autistic. It just comes naturally. I can do a lot of things, kind of a Renaissance woman. If I decide, oh, I want to get interested in that, I can do a little bit of research and then I'll just kind of be good at it. It just comes naturally. I'm not a Stepford wife. No, I'm autistic. Did you say artistic or autistic? Yeah.